Yeah, it's your girl Lynn on the sofa alongside with my co-host, DJ Def in the building.
Hello,
welcome
Lynn.
back.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be back. Glad to see you again. I missed the sofa.
Did you really?
Yes,
Yeah, you were up in Colombia. What was good with that?
It was nice. It was good. I can't front. There was a few nice sofas down there too. But this one's a little special, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever. You weren't there, but you were still
there. I saw
there.
the flag I'm representing today.
Nice.
Because we got our Independence Day coming up tomorrow.
Good. Are you doing anything with that?
Yeah, we got a few gigs, a few parties down in Queens, you know, where
You
all the
spinning?
Columbos at.
You spinning?
Yeah. Also doing a few events this summer, representing Long Island City big time. Few concerts, few shows out there with a few people. But it's not about us today. So
yeah, definitely.
I'd like to hear about...
It's about Kev
Bars.
Bars. Kev Bars. What's good with him? Is that one of your boys?
He's not, but he is.
He's not, but he
will
is.
be.
He will be. All right. Get off my sofa, please.
Gotta
go. You gotta go. I gotta bring Kev Bars in here and stuff. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have an artist straight coming out from Brooklyn, Williamsburg, Mr. Kev Bars.
Staggered by the matters on my everyday tip. Relate with, making me say she ate it. Create this reflective of every sentiment I face till I'm up in my rank and I'm getting that bank that JP Morgan Chase tip.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be a part of this. Excited to be alongside one of the parces, you know.
How did you know about On the Sofa first off?
Well, I saw some stuff about it online, but I forgot how it is. Somebody in my school kind of hooked me up to it, and you know, I thought it was great. Like I saw a showcase you guys did. I thought that was pretty ill.
The music festival?
Yeah.
Always. Anytime I meet someone, I always talk about the music festival. Like, the producer definitely knows how to get it in. Definitely chopping it up. He definitely is lit with that. So, you know, hopefully I definitely know you'll be in the building. Let's talk about your music.
Sure.
First off, let me just say, you know, when the producer sent me your material and as I was reading it, I decided to do some investigation work before I have anybody on the sofa. And I noticed that you post something on Instagram. I was like, all right, let me just go in and see, you know, what's good with Kev Bars and stuff. And here you go. You posted a little mini clip video of like rehearsing, which I thought was so funny and cute. Rehearsing for about to do a little shing-ding and stuff on the sofa. What's good with that? A little shing-ding on the sofa. Did you hear that?
On the sofa? I don't know.
A little shing-ding. Like, really? I was like, I actually wanted to hit you up and say, hello, my name is Lynn, and I'm going to be your host from On the Sofa.
Yeah.
But
I was excited, you know. I'm always trying to perfect the craft, make sure that the live stuff is on point, you know. Try not to slip up. That's what it's all about.
I see there's a first release title, Couldn't Quite Make It. Yeah. Let's talk. I love that, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
First off, let's discuss about the Couldn't Quite Make It. Like, what's all of that about?
Well, I'm trying to build like a initial mixtape, like something, or free album or something like that I could put out that really defines what I do and who I am. But a lot of these songs are on like instrumentation that I don't have total access to. And I just thought I wanted to get my lyricism out there because I still got to prove myself, you know. Nobody starts at their best. So the Couldn't Quite Make It series is basically just stuff that I didn't think could make it to like my debut mixtape, which it's coming out sometime at the end of the year, early next year.
Oh, so all the things that you couldn't, that wasn't out, is what you're, nice. So you're bringing in, Couldn't Quite Make It, got it. That makes perfect sense, because I was like, it sounds like more like your life in a way, maybe like something you're trying to get into something and you just couldn't quite make it. That's what I started, you know, like vision, you know, had the vision of like, maybe what's that? But I definitely wanted to ask you about that and stuff. Are you working with anyone in particular, like any...
Well, nobody too famous. There's this guy from the neighborhood called MON, the New Old School. I've done like 5 feature verses for him, and I'm actually going to be performing with him a little bit later in the neighborhood for a block party that we do every year.
Oh, nice.
I mostly just work with like locals, like people from Williamsburg or around Williamsburg, because I think that there's like this idea that artistic, you know, creative minds came in and we didn't have that there before. you know, and I want to show everybody that that's not how it's like, you know. We know what we're doing too.
Nice. Let me ask you a question. Who'd you look up to?
Over time, I guess it's interesting because my influences changed. So when I was like 15, I didn't know too much about hip hop and lyricism. So I really banged with like 50 Cent, you know, G-Unit movement.
You hear this stuff?
Interesting, yeah.
You hear this?
I mean, I don't know if you'd like to be called Latino rapper, but either way we get, you know, when we're in hip hop, involved in hip hop, you know, we get, placed in that little bit like that circle, let's say, you know, and you know, being that, do you feel that maybe those Latin rappers like, you know, Big Pun and whatnot, and you know, you mentioned 50, because it was probably the era you grew up in.
Yeah.
But do you feel that us Latin rappers have an important place in hip hop?
Definitely.
At the moment?
Definitely. I mean, he did kind of use a lot of the Latino influence, and he would throw in Spanish words and stuff like that. But he also didn't let it totally define him, right? Like you can make parallels between the way he delivers and Big L, you know, other people. And he kind of sounds like Eminem a little bit too, but he didn't let, you know, like, he wasn't locked into it exactly. And I think that that's great too.
What I thought I saw something about releasing a second volume entitled Suicide.
Yeah, definitely.
Suicide. Why is Suicides?
Yeah.
Why that title? Why that name? What?
Well, I picked that because, you know, sides is part of the word suicides, and then like these are other side tracks that couldn't make it onto the actual mixtape. But also it's because like it's supposed to be, like you said, couldn't quite make it could mean a couple of different things. So suicides is more like I've been killing myself trying to make this. I think that in a lot of ways, you know, theoretically, I think that in a lot of ways, you know, the game kind of sets you up to kind of kill yourself in certain ways. And also, I mean, I'm trying to kill this former self, you know, who didn't really believe in his abilities and what he could do and stuff.
You ever found yourself choking? Did you ever choke?
Not really. I mean,
like performance-wise, like I know someone who's like really, really good and stuff with, like when they're on stage and like next thing you know, like, okay, they're getting ready, they're hype. Yeah. And next thing you know, like Eminem.
Probably just the first performance because I didn't know when it.
You were like mad nervous and stuff, like what people's gonna think and all of that.
Yeah, but I mean, you get past that. You get kind of, if you're cut out for it, you get kind of addicted to that. You want the opportunity to mess up. Like, you learn from all that, so it's cool.
So where do you see yourself like in the next 3 years? Where you see your 4 or 5 years from now?
I mean, the fact that I even got this opportunity, you know, it says a lot because I didn't know what to expect. So I'm glad for this. In 5 years, I hope to just be, you know, making stuff that again sets itself apart from everything else and isn't so much about, you know, like reciprocation, like
right.
More just about establishing an important pivotal piece of work in the culture.
Who do you see yourself opening up for?
Because,
you know, it's a big deal. Opening up for an artist is a big deal, you know? Like, you definitely get the crowd, you know, just from that artist themselves. And then you coming in, like, that's definitely promo right there for yourself. But who do you see, you know what I mean?
Already, like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Who
do you see yourself opening up for?
J. Cole is definitely one.
Ooh, I like J. Cole.
One topic. He's somebody I'm very influenced by. Action Bronson from out of Queens.
I was going to mention Action.
Yeah.
And possibly some of the Queens cats that are coming out now. Like from, I don't know if you heard of Children of the Night.
Yeah, I heard of them too.
This, like, I guess, you know, you probably don't like to be considered a backpacker, or I don't even like the word backpacker. It's like, but just this new movement coming out of Queens. I see that, you know, pretty cool, and I see how you could probably be a part of them. You know what I mean? But you're on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are your own.
I know that too. I don't take offense.
Kev Bars.
Kev Bars in the building. That's what's up. I love your name. Definitely. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to see your performance later on. Definitely. What's the name of the artist you're bringing in?
The name of the song is Learned Lessons. It's a song I did with my brother-in-law, the Mike, and the instrumental was produced by someone named Hillprop 97 from Maryland. He's a great producer, very boom bap style. I think you just told me now there's the Green Sofa Music Festival.
That's right. I'm lit for that one. Can't wait. I can't
You gotta let them know it's September 6th.
Not to put y'all on the spot, but did y'all invite me to perform at that?
You see, this is where, like, based after the performance, this is, and you know, the producers leave it up to me, like, who I'd like to bring to the music festival. So I've already, you know, that's for me to decide. So I guess you'll be fine. It's all good. But thank you so much, Mr. Kev Bars. Like, I'm so excited to, like, see your performance, and I'm looking forward for every and any future things that you decide to do. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thank you.
It's your girl, Lynn. Yeah, we getting it. Definitely on the sofa with Kev Bars.
Ready? Staggered by the matters on my everyday tip. Relate with, making me satiated. Create this reflective of every sentiment I face. Till I'm up in my rank and I'm getting that bank, that JP Morgan Chase tip. Abrasive speak, erasing grief. Let's make it brief. Watch sunflower, cause you ain't break the seed. Still, the game cradle this fallacious breed. And then the same blaming, claiming it's mistakes in me. Got no patience for complacency. Brothers fall from sick, but see there's something steady on my hand, surgeon. You claim your clique is tight, my brother, we demand virgins. Got this cognition, but couldn't understand. Learning from these dudes, speech crude, and see through as they glass jaw. Got the creep to attract y'all. Stack odds, couldn't blackball us from the tracks, dog. The hits that I got a knack for. Shatter mandibles, I handle that Atlantis brew. For lauded flows that you ought to know, like Atlantis croon. Approaches crooked out the molar swag. Snaggletooth from long ago, been on the honor roll. With that class is true organic, he's a natural friggin' banana sandwich, dude. So there's no wonder how he ever managed to go from disadvantage to master pass a Canaveral. Till the world revolve around, son, like I planned it to.
Not getting that sound you want from that home computer? Come take your music to the next level. Recording and mixing done with the pros. And this multi-purpose, multi-use studio. Offering the best in acoustic, analog, and digital gear. Top-level mics. High-end preamps. Grand pianos and live drums. World-class engineers. Riverworks Recording Studio. 39 Cedar Street, Dobbs Ferry, New York. Get it.